Well done, United. Well done, lads. Well done. You go 5 unbeaten. Don't worry about it. Go into Everton at home where you are expected to perform. Play against 10 men for the overwhelming majority of the game. That's an advantage. Is it fuck? That was the worst overall team performance under Ruben Amorim. In a game we were expected to win when we went into it. In a game we should have won. Having the numerical advantage for the entire game, but oh my god, damn it, man. Every single duel lost. The subs, awful. Performances, awful. Hey, there's absolutely no silver lining to pull out of that game. I know that you can, after matches, you can be in emotional states. Like after wins, after losses, it can feel high and low. Obviously, that's kind of what happens being a football fan. But that there's whoop, pop, any sort of sense of momentum. Now the conversation changes from 5 unbeaten to we haven't won in the last 3. How can you... It's peak United. It really, really is just peak United. 2 things. Just number 1, going into a game where you are expected to win a game of football. Can you deliver, lads? Can you fuck? It's like they can't deal with that. It's like the demon, the ghoul that comes back and bites United. Expectation. But then to play against 10 men and to have more possession, to play against the deep block. It was almost a disadvantage. Yeah, Everton played fantastic on the edge of their own box, but that's because they went down to 10 men. It's the maddest red card you've ever seen. But that sub there, Gary Neville was pointing out multiple times during that game. If I'm going to pick out probably the biggest mistake with that team, I'm probably going to say how Ahmad was used, really. Ahmad started as what? The left-sided number 10. Dorgu was completely non-existent. But Ahmad and Mbumo down the right-hand side has been our biggest attacking threat. And you're taking that away by putting Ahmad down the left. And it did not work because Dorgu wasn't doing the overlaps. And we were getting doubled up on because after the red card, they were just doubling up on us. But then to bring on Delo, right? I'm looking at that bench and I'm thinking, what else could be done? You could shift Shaw up there and maybe bring Martinez on if he's fit enough to be on the bench and maybe he's fit enough to play in a game when you're playing against 10 men. And again, it's something that Gary Neville pointed out quite a lot during the game. United held the back 3. Like Yoro and Shaw in that game, they were so utterly risk-averse. Every single ball was sideways or backwards. Like the odd occasion, it might go forward. The odd occasion, Shaw never ran really on the outside of Delo or Dorgu at any point during that game. What are you going to do? You're playing against a striker in the Premier League who's not had a shot on target. And you're playing against 10 men. If there's ever a time for you to actually maybe take it into your own hands, if it's instructional from the manager. But my God, Delo to come on at left wing back when United needed more from the left wing back position is as... may as well shoot yourself in the face. That game was tragic from United. Absolutely tragic. You can speak about Mazraoui, but Mazraoui's not a right wing back. He's a right centre back. Yoro and Shaw in that game. That's the thing that's going to stick in my mind. Every single time the ball went into those positions, 20 yards outside of the Everton box, because they're marking their own box, they're in a deep line of 4-4, and then Barry up front on his own. So they gave Yoro all the time on the ball. They gave Shaw all the time on the ball because it was fine. And then, like... Mate, Xerxes, man. Look, to be fair, it was a cracking save from Pickford. But Xerxes, in the majority of the game, like the ball was bouncing off him. It felt like last season, whether it was Xerxes, whether it was Højlund, every time that we put the ball up towards our striker, the ball bounced back off him. That's kind of what happened the majority of the game there for Xerxes. As I said, it was a great save by Pickford towards the end, but United ended up spamming the ball into the box, which is something I bloody remember under David Moyes. Great use. Lose to David Moyes. The last manager to lose against Everton at Old Trafford was David Moyes, and now he's so self-inflicted that. How can you do that against 10 men for what, 75 minutes? Like, United actually made playing against 10 men a disadvantage in football. It's so bad that it's funny. I'm not particularly laughing. There's nothing really to take away from that game that is any sort of silver lining. That is anything that doesn't just completely burst any sense of momentum for United. Oh, United have got an opportunity in the next 5 Premier League games. On paper, they are the easiest. Oh, very nice. We're playing against Everton. Oh, very nice. They're down to 10 men for 70. None of it bloody matters. Because when it comes to expectation, United just crumble. Don't come at me saying, oh, it's media pressure this, media pressure that. I'm just a fan watching my team. Speaking about what I'm watching. The game against Forest, 2-0 to 2-2. It was frustrating. Yes, it was. But then the Spurs game was a lot more frustrating than that. To be as good as we were for 75 and to then need a last-minute equaliser from De Ligt. But that there, that's just straight up embarrassing, man. To play against 10 men in the Premier League for 75 minutes and not only to lose to Everton, but I would argue they were still the better team going forward than we were. At times, there was the ball going up top and Barry was on his own with 3 defenders around him. He'd still win the fucking ball. He'd still win the second ball. How did we have somehow almost like a 3-4, 5-1 numerical advantage in the defence and still not win the first or the second ball? It's just inexcusable. I think Amorim made a lot of risk-averse decisions in that second half, but I'll be honest, the players were playing like it. I'm going to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Every time the ball went to Shaw or to Yoro, the ball went sideways to Ahmad or to Dorgu or to Delo, and then it came back, and then it was basically, if we were going to score tonight, it was going to come from a Bruno banger from outside the box. He was close a couple of times. Xerxes got a couple of headers. Every single set piece was crap as well. Didn't offer anything, but again, that might be down to the fact that Everton were defending their box so well. That doesn't even just sting. There were boos at Old Trafford, and rightfully so. That was not a game where United really attacked with any sort of purpose, even against 10 men. Every time Ahmad was being doubled up on, the ball was being recycled in the same sort of just side to side, and it wasn't even played with any tempo. It was just like, boop, pass it, boop, just passing it off, ambling football. The tempo was at 5 out of 10, and it made it easy for Everton. The ball's into the box. Some of them were dangerous, but who's attacking it? 4'3" Mason Mount or 4'1" Ahmad at the back post? No. We decided to span the ball into the box and we had nobody in the box to head it. That's the worst result. Maybe not. No, it's not the worst result for Amorim's era. But that's the worst performance I think I've seen from United at Old Trafford in a game they should have won. Expectations going into it and how the game unfolded, and to still lose, awful.